Hi Pisces. Let's do a collective reading for you with today and see what you need to be aware of. Today is Friday, the 26th of September, 2025. But whenever you watch the videos, when you're supposed to receive the messages. Also, Pisces, take what resonates for you and leave the rest, as this is a Pisces collective. Pisces, let's see what you need to be aware of today. So you have concern, main male journey, courtship. So there is a main male that is in concern here. This is somebody that's at a distance. Whether this is platonic or romantic for you here, Pisces, you've got this main male thinking about you non-stop. They're trying to make a decision whether or not to board this train. But this is someone making a really big decision here. This could be a friend, a family member, a lover. Big decisions. Pisces, thank you all for being here and supporting the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's see what you need to be aware of. The Nine of Swords in your recent past. You then have the Four of Wands. To me, Pisces, when I look at those two cards, it's like you've walked out of something that is ongoing, okay? An ongoing nightmare, okay? And you walking out, it's like you've walked out of the room and you've closed the door with that Four of Wands. You've then got the Seven of Swords. Close the door to lies, cheating, and deceit, which is a very good idea. The Seven of Wands in your current energy. Center of your reading is the Queen of Wands. I love that. The Queen of Wands, she does whatever she wants. You then have the Four of Swords. So you've got swords and wands coming out. Passion and logic. You then have the Two of Coins in the future. The Nine of Coins. And the Four of Coins. Wow. A lot of stability in the future. So passion, logic brings in stability. On the back of the deck for you, Pisces, is the Magician and the Eight of Swords. I'll just give your clarifiers a quick shuffle. We'll get started. Just have a look. I think they look pretty good. Let's just get started here, Pisces. Okay. What is the Nine of Swords for Pisces today? The Two of Pentacles, so making a choice, adapting to this choice. You have a plan, you're making a decision. You're shooting your bow and arrow at a decision. Okay, so you could be choosing here. To me, you're shooting a bow and arrow at, there could be a relationship. You could be choosing a relationship, choosing family, choosing stability, because on the Four of Wands, there is The King and the Queen of Pentacles normally on the Rider Waite, so you're choosing stability. Wherever you're sitting there in the recent past, though, Pisces, was the never-ending nightmare, but you're choosing stability. So whatever you were sitting in was not stable because you're choosing stability. So you're sitting in choppy water, and it could be making you seasick. So I feel like that's why you're choosing the stability. You're choosing solid ground, not emotion. What is the Four of Wands? The Four of Pentacles. So fours are coming out for you in the recent past here, Pisces. Stability, stability, stability. To me, you grabbed onto a temptation here. You can see her grabbing an apple. But I feel like you finally completed that cycle. It's like people are cheering you on. You've closed that. You finally made it to an area, to a place. Could be with family, friends, your coven, your soul tribe. But 11-11, you're on the right track, closing that out. Even grabbing the temptation, I feel, is part of that plan. Lessons being learnt. So let's have a look at the Seven of Swords. You have the Ten of Wands. So there's something you're doing, okay? You're taking wands to the new destination. You're doing a lot of work, okay? I feel like as you work on something that is yours, you cannot hold on to those burdens. They cannot come with you because you cannot grab onto them. There's so much that you're doing right now or in the recent past here, Pisces, that holding on to something that's unstable is not helping. Okay, it's making you feel uneasy. So I feel like here there is this moving away from things that bring in some type of lies and deceit. To me, you're making a choice to let something go here that you were holding on to, okay? Whoever, whatever that is, it could be a person, it could be an addiction, it could be a mental way of thinking, but something is being let go there, and people see the change. People see the change. So let's have a look at the Seven of Wands. What is the Seven of Wands? The Six of Swords. So what's worth fighting for is your happiness, is for your stability, for calm, for clarity. So someone doesn't want you to leave. Someone doesn't want you to leave the choppy water, but you're going to close that cycle out. To me here, you're trying to fight for your peace. So you're moving into peace, okay? We see you traveling to peace in this current energy. You're not completely in a new cycle there, though. So let's have a look at the Queen of Wands. What is the Queen of Wands? The Six of Cups. So to me here, Pisces, in the center of your reading, because you're making the right decisions, I feel like there is some type of gift coming towards you. There's a gift coming towards the Queen of Wands. It's something that you have preyed upon. To me here, there is something that's over. And I feel like because that's closed out, that there's this gift from the universe coming in. So whether this is an idea, whether it's actual abundance coming in towards you, to me, the Queen of Wands, she does whatever she wants. So she's grabbing whatever this gift is. It could be an opportunity. What is the gift? It's something here where, to me, you're feeling stuck, but now you're looking at it at a different type of way, okay? So there's something that you have. I feel like you've already got it in your hands. That is the gift, okay? And in the current energy, it's like you now see it from a different point of view. You weren't seeing it this way before. And it's funny, I never really noticed that before, but he's actually hanging himself up there. He's not actually being hung up there. He's doing it on purpose. So you start to see the truth in something as to why something is a certain way in your life, and you're starting to understand it's that way for a reason. What is this Four of Swords? The Emperor. To me, you're standing in a big role here, Pisces. There's something that you're doing that you're going to receive this blessing because you are doing the work. Okay, it could be some type of boss role. You're coming out as the Emperor, no matter what sex you are, Aries energy. You could be a parent. To me, you're a protector here. You're a guardian of your world. So I feel like here there's some type of abundance you're going to be receiving. You've also got the Two of Cups. Yeah, so to me here, it's like there's a connection between you and the divine. There's something that you are doing, okay? And I also feel that this is what you're meant to be doing, okay? This communication between you and the divine, pushing forwards. And as I said, you're in a position here, you're in something here where you're now looking at it completely different. And as I said, in the recent past there, you're choosing something. So you're choosing family, you're choosing loved ones around you, you're choosing a coven, you could be choosing a relationship there. But to me, you're where you're supposed to be right now. So let's have a look in the future for you now, Pisces. You've got the Two of Coins. What is the Two of Coins? The Queen of Wands. So to me here, you're living your best life, okay? In the future, I feel like you need to slow down. You could be doing too much. You've got the Two of Coins. You've got this and that type of energy with the Moon. In the future here, there's something that, as I said, in the future you're doing too much. There's something that you will be letting go of, something that I feel you don't really want to let go of it, but it's something that is meant to happen. Whatever you're letting go of here, Pisces, in the future, it's something that you don't get answers. You don't get like a clear answer out of it. To me also, it's part of a lesson. You know, you've got Lilith coming out. So let's have a look at the Nine of Coins. So there's more focus on one vision in the future. Something happens, or you see that something's not actually working out, that you release it. Because we see this single energy, or focusing on one, focusing on independence. You've got the Nine of Swords. To me here, in the future, you see you're stuck in like a cave. You're stuck somewhere where you can't get out. And I feel like there's a lot of work you really need to put in here in the future. To me, you're going to have to get back down to the drawing board, I feel, Pisces. In the future, you are letting go of something, but I feel like you're putting more work into something where you're getting something out of it. To me, this one thing that you're focused on here, you're setting up your web. Okay, so you're planning. It's like you're planning for life. You know, you're setting up your web so you can actually catch things in the web. So you can actually eat food and live. So there's a plan being made. I feel like focusing on this one thing, releasing something from your life that's not actually working out, that's not giving you any answers, focusing on this one thing is going to, I feel, take you out of the nightmare of, I feel, things not living up to the standard that you actually want them to be producing. To me, here in the future, Pisces, you've got to break out of that area where you've been sitting for so long. I feel like there's this, breaking out, because you've got the Four of Coins now here. Tell us about the Four of Coins. The Knight of Cups. It's something about breaking out, something about fulfilling the dream with the Knight of Cups. Not being afraid to fulfill the dream. There's something that you need to do. There's something that you need to focus on. It could be something spiritual here with the Hierophant coming out and the King of Pentacles. With the King of Pentacles, you know, he's someone that's, you know, look at this Leprechaun. He's pretty happy with everything that he has. He doesn't want to let it go. As to why he sits, you know, in that loyalty. The King of Pentacles sits in that loyalty to something because he knows what it brings in. But there is something here I feel that you need to branch out. You need to stand out. You need to put yourself out there. You're too comfortable. To me, there's a journey that you need to do. There's traveling or movement. Okay, there's not this stagnancy. So I feel comfortability is not a thing for you. I feel, even though like sitting comfortable, I feel right now, I feel always we need to be moving. We need to be changing and evolving. There's something here that you could be receiving more. Okay, and if you actually do that work, okay, if you focus on the things here, Pisces, in your life that are actually giving, letting go of things that aren't giving, that this could bring in much, much more for you. So let's have a look now at the Magician. What is the Magician? The Emperor. So to me here, there's something, what you don't see is that there's something here that you're going to be working on. I feel this could be something new. You've got the Magician. You've got the Ace of Swords. So to me here also, Pisces, whatever this is, I feel like Divine wants you to get to work on. There's something here that you will be working on, and you're going to be the boss. Okay? I feel like your words matter. Yeah, there's a gift. Whatever that gift is, if it hasn't come to you yet, it's in the current energy. It's something that Divine wants you to completely focus on. It's your gift. Tell us about the Eight of Swords. The Sun. So with the Eight of Swords, someone feeling imprisoned in their mind, not listening to their intuition. So I feel like here, there is something in your life. There's a divine connection with the Sun, Leo energy, that I don't feel like you're listening to your intuition with. It could be a Leo, where there's a lot of happiness. There's an exchange here. You know, it could be a friend, a family member, a lover You're going to be making a choice about this. I feel like this is what you see differently in your life. You were looking at it differently before, but now you look at it in a different way now. Yeah, there's this finally seeing things clear. You've got the Queen of Swords also coming out, so she's just used her sword. I feel like once you see things from a different point of view here, Pisces, there's going to be a closing of a cycle. So I'm going to leave it there, Pisces. I love you all so much. Have a great day, but I'll see you all again tomorrow. Bye-bye.